Welcome back inside the Chamber of Truth with your co-host Leak and Josh. We got Kane with us back in the building, and I don't even need the computer for this one because we're about to talk about Jaron Boots Ennis, his career decisions as of late, since signing with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, where his career is going, kind of the trajectory of the most recent moves he made, and we might take that into a bigger conversation into how the sport of boxing is moving. I'm going to let you really kick this one off, Josh, because I know you had some feelings about Boots' recent moves.
Why me?
Because you had spoke on it off camera. So I want you to go ahead and express yourself. Express yourself.
This man started acting different. You turn the mic on. Explain everything that you said.
I can set it up for you if you want me to.
You're absolutely right. Look, man, I love Boots as a fighter. I love everything he's doing. I understand that, the big fights that he's trying to get, that he's not gotten is not entirely all his fault. Honestly, 80% of it really is not his fault. But at the same time, man, what are we doing, bro? Now, I did sit here. I'm going to be honest with you. I never sat here and believed he was ever going to 154 after that Karen win. People... Unfortunately, like Malik and others, they listened to everything this man said and say he was going to 154. I knew boxing, 90% mental, 10% physical. The man was embarrassed. And I knew that's why he said he was going to 154. And I could tell by the way his promoter looked at him, that was nowhere near in hell to plan to go to 154 after this match. So I knew that wasn't happening. But you can't get in the talks with Turki Al-Sheikh and assure him and his team that y'all serious about taking this fight, and he offer you 10 M's. Come on, bro. You've been begging for a big fight, and the IBF would have definitely approved. You got to realize they get paid for this. They would have definitely approved you a one-off for you to make a challenge for Virgil's belt, but you don't want to do that fight. I understand it. Now
Virgil don't have a belt.
He has the interim WBC title.
That's not a belt.
That's a belt. Now, you also got to realize that he's also in talks to fight Teofimo Lopez, who's a 140-pounder. So you don't want to. So you don't want to be the big dog, and you're big for 147. You're really a 154-pounder. You want to fight somebody?
No, he's not. He's never fought there. He comes in more than a pound under 147 every fight. He makes it with ease. He has not struggled with the weight at all at 147. He's not a 154 pounder.
That doesn't mean he doesn't.
He's not a 154 pounder.
That doesn't mean
just because he has height doesn't mean he's a 154 pounder.
Malik, what did Boots himself say out of his mouth?
That he wanted to go up because of the competition. Not because of his weight. He never expressed making trouble with weight in his career, ever.
When did I say he had trouble making weight? He doesn't, just because he had...
Then why would you say he's a 154 pounder? What are you insinuating?
Because his size.
Because he's tall? Nigga, Sebastian Fundora is tall too. Is he a heavyweight?
Sebastian Fundora should be at 154 either.
I mean, shit. Tommy Hearns was, 6'2", 6'3", and 147
come on, what are we talking about? No. Your height doesn't make you put you in a weight class.
First of all, Boots...
It's not a height class.
Boots is more disciplined than most fighters.
Exactly, so he's a welterweight.
He's big, bro. He's bigger than Virgil Ortiz.
Good for him.
Okay, so if he was talking about fighting somebody the same size as you. You said no, that's cool. Then you go on to Teofimo Lopez.
But see, that's the problem.
No.
He didn't come out and say, hey, I want Teofimo Lopez.
No, he didn't.
And that's where you got to put that back on. Why is that even public information if the talks haven't progressed?
Right.
All he said was, I want to unify at 147. If I can't do that,
I will say this.
Yes, I'll look at other
He's
options.
in talks to fight a Montes Stanionis right now. And that, to me, is the best fight for him to make.
And so if it doesn't happen, what is he supposed to do?
Yeah, what's next?
Because that's what's going on.
That's on y'all.
On who?
Y'all.
I ain't on that nigga team. I'm inside the Chamber of Truth with co-host Leak and Josh. If he doesn't get Stanionis, what is he supposed to do?
Get a big fight. He already passed it. Teo's gone. I really don't blame him for not taking that fight.
First of all, the Teofimo fight was a lose-lose. If you don't take the Virgil at 154, you can't go fight at 140.
We'll just do what you want to do. Fight Karen again for a third time. Why not? That's what y'all want to see.
Now, what the hell are you talking about? Who wants to see that?
Y'all.
Wow.
Didn't nobody want to see that this first or second time?
I didn't mind the first or second time. Karen looked good.
So you don't want to see it again?
I'll see it again.
You talk about y'all. You the one want to see that
Third
shit
time's
again.
a charm.
Lord have mercy.
But the thing is, I'm not a casual. I'm a purist.
You sound like one right now.
I understand. But there's nothing for Boots to do. It was like that was the best fight for him to take.
Which
but
one?
The Virgil Ortiz fight. But at the same time, I understand why he wouldn't take that fight, and I get that, and that's fine. But the thing is, it's just what else you gonna take, bro? And that's
Here's the thing: is if he decides he wants to fight at 154,
fight a mandatory fight.
If he decides he wants to move up, there's 5-6 great fights for him. It ain't just Virgil Ortiz.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is he doesn't want to go up there.
who else is lined up to fight him?
No, he's not at the division. Nobody's lined up to fight him. He's not up there.
Who would be? You said 5 to 6 fights. Name
There's
it.
5 to 6 great
name
fights for
him.
him. Who did Virgil Ortiz just fight?
Sergey Bohachuk.
There's one. Ding, ding, ding.
That's not a good fight.
You a damn lie.
That's gonna be the same thing, but that's gonna be just like Roman Villa. He's just gonna walk right in the punch.
What are you? Sorry, Bohachuk is a boxer. How you gonna disrespect him like that?
That's crazy.
That's gonna look just like Romain Villa, who got his jaw broke by Boots. Are you crazy?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, bro. So now Bohachuk can't hold a candle to Boots now. That's crazy.
My whole thing is I never believed he was gonna go up to 54. I just feel like he should have never said nothing about it. Like that was never a plan and the true plan that you discussed with your team. Why even announce it? Why say it? I get you kind of feel like you drifting in this gray area. You don't know what's going on, what's next. People saying one thing, you tweeting other shit, other stuff, other discussions going on. Like, bro, like I don't know what's next for bruh. I just feel like if you're not your real intentions wanting to go up to 54, you should have said nothing about it. I would like him to. I mean, if he did it, I'll be cool with it.
Smart decision not to go, in my opinion.
But I'd be cool with it. I'd be like, plenty of fighters have gone up and taking on different challenges, going up in weight over the course of history, whatever the case may be. But it's just like, I don't know what the fuck going on, bro. I don't know what's next. One day he tweeted something, the next day his team saying something else. You got Eddie Hearn saying
Then he
other
making
shit.
videos in the
Like,
back of seat of his car,
I
or
don't know
somebody's
what the
car,
fuck- I don't
saying somebody
I
on
don't
his
know what's
team,
going on with
miscommunication.
Look at that was his car. It said Boots on the
Shut up.
headrest. It said Boots on the headrest. I agree with you. He shouldn't have said nothing. But at the
Yeah.
same time, niggas say a lot of shit in the ring
Right.
after a fight
That's a
that
fact.
don't be
That's a
what
fact.
they really mean.
And
That's
that's
a
why
fact.
That's
That's a
why I don't
fact.
understand why you took his words to heart.
I didn't. I took the goddamn article that came out and said Virgil and Boots was being made to heart. How about that? From boxing scene. That's what I took to heart.
That didn't come out before you came here on a podcast
And said it would be a good fight. I said it would be a good fight. And then the
All
next
right,
week the
all
article
right,
came out that it was made.
Whatever, man.
So I'm wrong saying it was a good fight, but the whole shit was talking about being made.
Whatever, man.
Like, nigga, if you just don't want me to be right about nothing, then just say that. But clearly, you just speaking out your ass right now. Saying that Sergey Bohachuk can't fucking hold a candle to Boots is one of the dumbest shit you said
never
since we
said-
started this.
I told
You
it-
just said it would look like Romain Villa versus Boots. That's fucking crazy.
Romain Villa
got dog walk, got his jaw broke by that nigga.
Roman Villa lasted to the 10th round.
Yeah, and then he got his jaw broke.
That's the sport of
So that's
boxing.
what's gonna happen to Sergey Bohachuk?
I didn't say the same.
A nigga who just stood up to the great Virgil Ortiz
I
that
didn't
y'all
say-
pumping
I
up?
didn't say the same injuries.
You tripping. There's no other fights at 54 for Boots besides Virgil. The division that's the most stacked in the whole sport, there's no other fights for him.
But Sergey Bohachuk is 8 or 9 right now, and at 154.
What do you mean 8 or 9?
At 154 pounds.
He has a title shot in his next fight. He just won a eliminator.
Okay,
What do you mean 8 or 9?
He's about 8 or 9th at 154 pounds, like on the top 10.
He's
right
top 5. He's top 5. Boots could fight him. Boots could fight Errol Spence. Boots could fight
Who's that? So I'm about to look at
Israel Madrimov.
He's top.
So
Boots could fight.
He's top.
50, I'm
Hold
looking-
on, don't even say a word. I'm gonna start naming names. Don't even say no
All right, go
word.
ahead.
He's top 5 over Charles Commonwealth right now.
Yes! Hell yes! Hell yes! 100%. Next name.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Then why you even say that dumb
Top
shit?
5 over Sebastian Fandora, Israel Madrimov,
No, he's not over Fandora. He's not over Madrimov.
Erickson Lubin.
Yes. He's not over Fandora. He's not over Madrimov.
Tim Tszyu is at 50.
He's over Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu's out of there.
Tim Tszyu's out of the mix right now.
Name your champions. Yeah,
Bakram
he's in there. Name your champions. They're all going to be over
Yeah, I was
him.
gonna say Baccarat.
Your champions are above him.
It ain't Bud.
I think Charles Commonwealth beats him personally.
Even if he does, he's not. You can't rank him above him right now based off what his resume and what he's
off
done.
his ability. Charles Commonwealth
Off his resume and what he's done.
Charles Commonwealth's up there. Erickson Lubin, Jamel Charlo.
Jermell Charlo hasn't been active.
I don't care. He's
His
back.
last fight was at 168.
I don't. No, Jermell Charlo, not Jamal.
Where's Jamel even been?
Jermell Charlo's last fight was against Saul Canelo Alvarez at 168. He's not a
back
154
at
pounder
one-
right now.
he's
Where's
back at
Jamel even
154.
Not until he gets in the ring.
Where's he been since then?
Home.
Exactly.
I'm fine.
Eating off that money he got from Canelo.
Still not better than Jamel.
You can't. He's not even in the division right now.
Jamel never got knocked off at 154.
He's not in the division.
I don't. He is.
He's not in the
He
division,
said
bro.
he was back at 150. He's not going to.
He got to
160.
make the weight first.
That's fine.
If he do that, we can talk about him.
That's
He's not in
fine.
the division
But
right
he-
now.
I don't care, but
He's not in the division
personally,
right now.
bro, I think there are like 3 or 4 or 5 fighters.
But you still didn't name them,
I just named them all.
and they were all wrong, except your champions.
Look at the WBC rankings and tell me.
Why don't you get them? You got a computer and a phone.
Sir,
Technology work. Israel Madrimov, Terrence Crawford, Sebastian
You would've said
Fedor,
the WBC rankings.
Murtazalia,
I just asked you for the WBC.
Murtazalia.
I didn't ask you for champions.
and then who's after that? That's not all the champions, because Madrimov's not a champion.
I'm naming fighters. I think.
Madrimov's not a champion.
And mind you, Sergey Bohachuk is a very good fighter.
Not the way you put it. He the same as Romain Villa.
He was a very good fighter himself.
He just lost again
He's faced higher.
to a person. No, it was not a good. It was a fight he was supposed to win,
He was winning.
and he lost.
The sport of
He's
boxing.
not a great fighter. He's a good
that's
fighter.
the sport of boxing.
He's a good fighter.
He's
a
not
great
defensively
fighter.
sound.
Then he's not great. If you're not sound on both sides of the fight, then
Neither
you're not
is Sergey
great.
Bohachuk. Sergey
Sergey
Bohachuk.
Bohachuk is a great fighter, bro. He beat the great Virgil Ortiz.
He didn't beat Virgil.
Yes, he did. He dropped that man 3 times, and got dropped 0 times.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah, you just put in boxing rankings.
yeah, I'm looking at it.
You're not
everybody y'all named, bro.
It's that hard to find him.
it's
You see what I'm saying?
everybody.
If he's not top five, he's top 6.
Like literally,
At worst, he's top 6.
bro. It's
Anything else you want to say that's asinine?
literally says Jermell Charlo is the WBA junior middleweight champion in recess.
Not in the division. Recess. Niggas out playing with the kids for 15 minutes.
That means a nigga comes back. He's in action.
No.
That
he's not
means
in
he's
action.
bro. Come on now, don't stop.
Nigga, when's the last time he fought at 54?
I don't care.
How long ago?
I don't care.
You do care, because you wouldn't have said that
don't.
about Jamal before he was fighting. You were saying that nigga was absent. He was in recess too. You wanted his belt stripped.
I wanted his belt stripped, but he never got
The same goddamn scenario. You wanted his belt stripped.
Jermell was fighting mandatory after mandatory. Jermell unified
Years
the division.
ago.
Years ago.
Was his last fight at 54 Castaño? Who was his last fight at 54? I can't remember.
Charles Conwell would beat him, in my opinion.
Which we haven't seen him at that level yet.
Charles Conwell was fighting to like 2 top-ranked contenders.
He
in
didn't
the
fight
top
no Virgil
15.
Ortiz.
He sure didn't. Jesus Ramos,
Not beating Bohachuk.
Erickson Lubin.
No. No.
I would Magomed Kurbanov. I would definitely take Radza Butayev. I would take him over for sure.
I would.
But you don't know who these people are. I do.
I do know who these people are. I wouldn't take them over him.
You don't know who these things are. Who was your? Name me one person you and Telez's fought. You don't know.
I just know the nigga resume.
You said you know who they are.
That mean I got to know everybody they fought?
How you gonna know they're gangsters?
Hey, Josh, why are you going this deep into the
I'm
rankings?
just
You
saying-
already
I'm just
lost
saying.
this argument.
It's not law.
You're going so far into looking
I
into this
just
shit
named
because
it-
you can't name the nigga.
Erickson Lubin, Josh.
Erickson
Erickson
Lubin is
Lubin,
not over Sergey Bohachuk.
Erickson Lubin.
And we're not talking about who you think would beat him. You said the rankings. Who was ranked top
Okay.
5. Not who would beat him.
There's Roman Jamal.
You could say anybody might beat him.
All right, bro.
I could say that too.
But you acting like he wouldn't get hit and rocked in the Virgil Ortiz fight
Of course he was. It
And
was a
Virgil's
great fight.
first fight of 154 pounds. And Virgil is small for 154.
Virgil has been at 154 for the last 2 years trying to get a fight since he almost died trying to make 47.
Virgil fought 2 rounds against people who.
So why'd you say it was his first
One
fight
per-
at 54 when he fought 2 fights
His
already before?
his true first fight. He fought.
He had 2 fights
he
before
fought a man
that. He
that
fought
had-
down the street in Fresno at 154. So don't do that.
He fought a man.
Now
that
you're
had-
just lying
He
and
knocked out
misinforming
a
the
man that
people.
had-
You're misinforming the people inside the chamber of truth. How does that happen?
He knocked out a man that had a
It
brain.
ain't the chamber of
He knocked
lies.
out a man that had a brain aneurysm.
This nigga is in the
You
chamber
count
of
that a
lies.
fight?
What chamber is he in?
You count that a
don't know.
fight?
I don't know.
It
He
happened,
fought
didn't
a
it?
man that had a brain aneurysm.
Was it sanctioned?
Yes, it was.
Then it was a fight. Why he make me do this to him, y'all? Why
Then, ladies and gentlemen, he knocked out a man who was basically there just for money. We can all see that, okay? He knocked out a man who was a career 147 pounder. Never fought at 154.
But you see how the double-edged sword works? Now you want to discredit the man's resume, but he's also the great Virgil Ortiz at the same account. He's the greatest fighter for Boots. The nigga who ain't fought nobody. How that work?
Bro, he fought two people who were 147 pounders. He never fought a true 154 pounder. Nobody who actually campaigned at the weight.
So the nigga couldn't
That's
make...
no.
So the nigga couldn't make the weight himself, but he want to fight at that. He want to fight people from that weight.
Yeah. So if you bring up two people who have never fought at 154...
Gerard Ennis has never fought at
one
154.
had a brain aneurysm.
So one person who ain't fought at 154, you said he's a welterweight or a super welterweight. He's never fought there before.
He's big.
So how's he a super welterweight? He never fought there before.
Because he should be
Make
there.
that make sense to me.
He should be there.
How's a nigga who fought his whole career? So Errol Spence was a 154 pounder.
Because
his whole
Gerard
career at
Ennis himself
147?
said, I'm tired of making weight at 147. I want to go to 154.
When did he say that?
Many a time. Look at the
No,
interview.
he did not.
All the time.
No, he did
All
not.
the time.
No, he does
All
not.
the-
No, he says he wants to
Go
clean
ahead,
up
check.
147. Check all
I
his
wanna go to
interviews.
154.
He said 154
Man, I
one
love to eat-
time
I lo-
inside that
I
ring
love to eat
after
it.
he
I
lost.
love to eat a
What?
little. He didn't say that inside the ring. He said that in interviews. I'd love to eat a little bit more. Oh man, I'm tired.
He's never said he
said
struggled with weight at 47.
I never said he struggled with weight. But you gotta.
You just said he was tired of making weight.
Just because you're tired of making weight does not mean you're struggling with making weight. Two things can be true.
So now we're using we gonna pick at the
You just
syntax
like to
now.
pick and choose.
We're gonna pick at the you pick and choose. I've been
I
on the same side the whole
I'll
time.
pick and choose. Okay.
I've been on the same side the whole time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man has not been the same side at all.
This is what happens when the man tries to debate somebody who's just bred to do this. I don't understand.
Bred
why
to
they
do
try
what?
Me. They try me.
To do what in the sport of boxing?
This is the sport of
do
podcast.
what?
This is the sport of podcasting. This is
Fuck this podcast. I'll do that right now. This is a sport of boxing.
so now niggas want to get inside the real chamber. So, I apologize, Kane.
I can give
Did
you
you
that.
have something you wanted to add in the midst of this?
I apologize, Ken.
Look,
the passion for the sport takes over. You know, sometimes I get a little.
Look, all my sentiments have been shared already. All my sentiments have been shared already. I just been enjoying the show.
You know, when people speak blasphemy in this sport that I love
You
so much.
the one who spoke blasphemy on Sergey Bohacek's name.
Blasphemy. I said, bro, he's a very good fighter.
Yeah, repeat that because you had disrespected him earlier.
Say
you said he
what?
was the same as Romain Villa.
I said he would end up the same as Romain Villa. Because he did get hit a lot more. He got hit and rocked by Virgil a lot. And Virgil, like I said, that was his first fight at 154 pounds. Fighting a bigger boot, somebody who's a lot more technical, a lot more defensively sound, a lot with quicker
That was
movement
his
and
third
footwork.
fight at 54.
I don't give a damn, Malik. He didn't belong there. Nigga was getting rocked himself.
So he did belong.
They both got rocked. It was a great fight. It was a war.
And that's why you
Fight of
liked
the
it.
year, in my opinion.
You don't want to have a war when you're in there. And that's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, as fans, we enjoy it. But we're not the ones having to deal with hospital bills and concussions and long-term disabilities.
What Devin Haney's going through.
That's why we're resting for the year.
So it's by choice, huh?
He
I
not
don't know.
suspended.
We got suspended. First of all, we're not gonna fight under a year. You got to realize when you get knocked out by a nigga on steroids. Like I said, getting knocked out already is enough. Getting knocked out by somebody that was on steroids, we don't know the damage that can cause. And didn't make weight.
I'll agree with you on that.
No, and I know I don't want y'all to agree with me. You and Kane, because it seems like
See how I go?
it seems like
When the nigga right, I can't tell him he right.
no. The nigga got his ass whooped unfairly, but everybody say he just got his
When
ass
the nigga
whooped.
right, you can't even tell me right. That's why niggas don't never progress.
You can't say a nigga got his ass whooped when a nigga got his ass whooped unfairly.
I didn't say he got his ass whooped.
You said he got his ass. Both of you said it. I saw him get his ass whooped.
Was that facts or no?
I mean, I see.
He got his ass whooped by a nigga who cheated.
I didn't know
We
that.
were just missing
Y'all
a word
didn't
or
mention
two.
that.
We just forgot to add a
You
word.
misinformed the people. Fuck you.
The people have been educated ad
Lord,
nauseum
forgive
on
me.
this topic at
Father,
this point.
forgive me. I love you, Malik. Forgive me. Father, forgive me.
You see what happens inside the chamber of truth? Sometimes you lose your head. Sometimes,
I'm grateful.
sometimes you get beyond yourself.
I'm grateful
yourself.
for the sport of boxing because it takes some people with anger like me.
Sometimes inside the chamber of truth, you get excited and you lose yourself and you lose your form and technique. And that's how that's happened to Brother John.
I'll never lose my form and technique inside the chamber of truth.
All right, man. We're going to wrap this episode up, man. Get with us next time on the Inside the Chamber of Truth.